Hey guys, Steve with Montana MuSINGS Outdoors, and if you can get somebody in here and let me know if the audio is okay. I got a new wireless mic, and so I'm just make sure that thing's working. But the one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is the hunting season is officially over here. At least the general season is over in Montana. And so today was my last day to get out and do anything. And I got up this morning and it was 5 below. And I see we got somebody in here. You can let me know if my audio is okay. I got a new mic working here. So maybe jump in the comment and let me know we're good. So anyway, so it was 5 below this morning and a little bit of a breeze. So the wind chill was pretty brutal. And so I didn't bother to go out because I was going to be out there by myself, and I thought, yeah, it's just not worth it. So anyway, that's this year's hunting season was kind of a bust. Had a good time, had a really good time doing it, but just didn't happen. So there's a few things that I got this year that I never got to use on an animal anyway. My 6.8 Western, none of those bullets touched any flesh. I did get so when I joined the Eastmans, you got a magazine and of course all that stuff, kind of like the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. And but I did get one of these outdoor edge knives with the really replaceable blades, and they are sharp. So anyway, so I didn't get to use this either. So but yeah, if somebody's in here, if you let me know if the audio is working, and we'll continue on. So chime in the comment section and let me know if this is working. So, but the main thing I kind of wanted to talk about tonight was this new 2A thing that's going on with the DOJ and creating a new, in the Civil Rights Division, creating a new, a whole new sort of division that looks into 2A infringements. And I think that's going to be, I mean, of course, it remains to be seen what they do, but it's just going to be one of those, it could be a really good thing, because if they start investigating different cities and states that are, and even judges that aren't following Bruin, that would be a good thing, because there would finally be some call outs on these infringements that these judges are doing. And I'm absolutely sure they know that they're making a wrong decision, but they're doing it anyway just because they're leftist and they don't really care. They just have their agenda and they're going to do it. So that's one of and if you guys are in here, get in the comments and let me know if this audio is working good and all that stuff. So give me a thumbs up or something anyway. But so Harmeek Dillon is going to be running this thing through the Civil Rights Division, and she's actually been pretty solid on the 2A stuff. So actually kind of like what she's done better than Pam Bondi. So I'm glad they gave her this to work on, because I do believe that she might actually get something done for us. So if any of you guys have any ideas on, if you've heard of this, it's fairly recent. And so it's just a matter of basically seeing how this thing is going to is how they roll it out, what they're actually going to be looking for in the near term. And, I'm sure they're going to, over time, be finding more and more things, but at least to investigate anyway. So the it's called the Second Amendment Rights section of this, when Donald Trump, he had his executive order on protecting the Second Amendment. This is just one more thing that they're trying to do, and whether it's just window dressing, I guess we'll see. But this, because of leftist judges that are out there and stuff, and even states are fighting things and trying to make things miserable for gun owners, and if you live in, like, say, Washington, or I'm not too up on the eastern states, but I know there's a lot of bad gun rights eastern states out there. But Washington, Oregon, California, the left coast is terrible. There's even talk about the eastern half of Oregon becoming part of Idaho, and it's not tongue-in-cheek, it's actually kind of serious. So got some people in here now. At least if everything's working on the mic, that's good. You must be hearing me. So that's Glosy Rants Robla. I don't know what that is, but and Mr. Rika 1970. Anyway, so so a lot of these states are just absolutely horrific with what they're doing with gun rights. And I mean, some of them are even, Canada's horrible, and some of them did rival Canada. So, but if we can go and have a federal agency come in and tell those guys that what they're doing is absolutely unconstitutional, and that's the other thing too, is I don't know. Usually we fight these things through GOA or Firearms Policy Coalition. All of these outfits, they are they're what we're going through to try to fight this stuff, and it always has to go through the courts, and it gets drug out over years, and it's just a matter of, in my thinking is, maybe this organization through the Civil Rights Division might be able to speed up that process, or even stop some of the things that they're trying to do quicker. So anyway, that's what this is one of the things, at least I'm looking at, as far as the 2A rights, and trying to, even like cities, I don't even know how they get away with it, to be honest with you, because I'm on a city council in a little town where I'm at, and there is no way that we would pass a law that would take away anybody's rights of self-protection. So, but of course it's Montana. So we're lucky we live in the state we do. And so we're, it just blows my mind when these other states, and like I was going to say a little bit earlier, if you live in one of those states, how do you stay living there, other than the fact you probably got a good job or something like that? I know, folks in Washington state make more money than Montanans generally do. And I don't know if that is starting to catch up or not. And so you hate to leave a good job just because of that. So I get it, but I don't know. I mean, you got to find some balance somewhere. And this is giving me vertigo. Okay. But you're kind of choppy, sir. Is your internet paid up? Yes. Well, it is. Not sure what could be going on there, but and it could be the mic. I don't know. I'm trying a wireless mic. If it doesn't work very good on this stuff, I'll probably go back to a wired mic. So, but I thought I'd give it a try tonight, and we'll see how it works. But anyway, so that's kind of what's going on in the 2A world as far as the stuff that I'm following, just because I thought, because Harmeek Dillon's been doing a good job, and I'm thinking that with her in charge of that it may be a good thing for us. So, but anyway, yeah. So as far as that goes, that's kind of what I was going to be done talking about. Geez, 11:48. How you doing? So since hunting season's over, I took the time to go through all my hunting stuff and unpack my pack and put my gun away and all that stuff. So now I'm going to be concentrating more on the 22 league is coming up this winter, so I got to get that stuff all dialed in. And we're also going to, I'm going to kind of keep working on my 300 blackout stuff that I've been doing. The 190 grain Hornady bullet, I've been watching some videos on what it does in gel, and it's not that impressive. It gets quite a bit of penetration, even coming out to pressed at about 1050 FPS. So, which kind of surprised me. It didn't open up as good as I thought it would, and so I watched some videos on the somebody sent a gift. I missed it. Huddy Hallock sent that. Thank you, appreciate that. And they were actually shooting some spicy boys, I think they were called. And so they're a lighter bullet, like 85 grains, and they were going fast enough and opening up and dumping the energy that it was only going like 16 inches into the gel, if that. I think it was 14. And that's kind of what you want, I think. So if you're running that thing suppressed, it's going to help your hearing if you're doing something in a defensive manner, like such your house, whatever, something like that. So running supersonics may not be that bad, but mine has got a 7.5-inch barrel. It's basically made to run subs. So I'm going to keep looking for, there's another company out there, and I can't think of it right now. I'll have to watch those videos again and get what that bullet company was, but I'm pretty sure they're not cheap. So, Chiz for 1148 sent a gift. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And so I'll kind of keep you updated on what I come up with after I've done some research and see what I think will work the best, whether it's suppressed or not. Like I said, I'll be running a can on that thing, so it shouldn't be too bad. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. But let's see, what else was yeah, just the cost of those bullets. I wish I could remember what they were, but you guys might know if you've heard of the Spicy Boys before. You probably would know, and that really sounded pretty good to me. I kind of like that. Even I kind of like everything smaller and faster. I mean, except that doesn't really work with what I do with my hunting rifle, because it's a 6.8 Western and it's supposed to be running heavier bullets. And the same thing with GT, you're looking for high ballistic, heavier bullets to buck the wind and all that kind of stuff. So Eileen Speranza, 1457, my day's going good. Thanks for jumping in. But that's so it's kind of counterintuitive, but on my pistols, I like fast, and I've got a bunch of what's your well, I didn't have a favorite one. They were all bad. So anyway, like I used to shoot 357 SIG, and Underwood makes a 68 grain bullet that I shot out of my Glock 22, and which had a conversion barrel in it. So it's got a 4.49 inch barrel, and that thing was going almost 2,300 feet per second. So, and it's just my phone. That's all the camera is, my phone. But anyway, thanks for the gift, Eileen, and appreciate that very much. And and then I shoot 40 Smith & Wesson. I have for years, and I've got some 85 grain. I think they're 85 grain G9s, they call them. And I haven't even shot those yet. I got to test those. But I have been shooting 115 grain Underwoods, and those are fun to shoot, and they're fast. They're 1,500 feet per second or 14, something like that. And So I don't know. I just kind of like speed when it comes to that. I like speed out of my, I shoot 155 LRXs out of my 6.8 Western, and they're going over 3,100 feet per second. So that's that's what we like. So anyway, um, what else? I don't know. We're just like I say, kind of putting stuff away from hunting season, and got all that stuff put away. And I shoot my 22 that I shoot is one that I had a couple of old Ruger 1022s, so I'm still running the same receiver, but I put new Shaw barrels on them and bought a Pro Mag stock that's got an adjustable cheek piece and length of pull and that kind of stuff. So, but they weren't very expensive either. So I was able to convert those into a pretty good shooting target 22s for not a ton of money. I did put a new trigger in one that's got a uh, pound and a half trigger, and my other one, which is kind of a backup, has a 2.5 pounds. So the Eileen sent a gift again, thank you. And so it's just and that's kind of the fun part too, is just coming up with ideas and rebuilding stuff, making it work for you out of things that you already have. So um, so I can't wait to get going in that again. But I just wish it would kind of not be so dang cold. So it's been way sub below zero for the last couple of days, but we're supposed to get in back up into the mid 30s here this week sometime, so that won't be so bad. But anyway, what else I was going to talk about? I don't know if if you are interested in keeping up with 2A stuff. Of course, Guns and Gadgets is out there. I like watching Four Boxes Diner because he kind of has an inside view from a legal standpoint that others kind of miss sometimes, I think. And he always says he wants us, his watchers, to be the smartest people in the room, and I really believe that he tries to do that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, if you haven't checked him out, you should. He was the winner of the 2A influencer gun, I think, 2A something, 2A influencer or something, I don't know. Anyway, he won that award with the Gundies last year. So that was and it's well deserved because he does a heck of a good job. What do you blame for most issues, immigrants or billionaires? Well, there's a lot of billionaires that are paying for immigrants to get here, so there you go. But we can send them out of here too, just as easy. So, and that's what's going to happen now, especially after that shooting in Washington and the guy they arrested in Texas that was talking about he was building bombs or something like that, was going to bomb Fort Worth, I think. So that's kind of bringing the hammer down, I think, and which, it's probably been a long time coming. So that's my feelings, and whether you agree with it or not. But yeah, it's, if you watch Four Boxes Diner, I think you will learn something, especially from an insider point of view. So, and there's a lot of other good VSO Gun Channel. He does a pretty good job too. Well, it's just a vertical live stream with a S23 Samsung, so it is what it is. So yeah, but anyway, so you should keep up on the 2A news if you care about this at all, you should. And those are good sources for you to keep up with what's going on with Gun Owners of America and Firearms Policy Coalition and all that stuff. So these guys will keep you up to date. So and I guess last thing is just if you're a shooter and you happen to live in a warm area, get out there and shoot. If you still have a hunting season going on, maybe a shoulder season coming up, or in Montana we have muzzleloader season coming up. I think it's December is when that opens up. So you have a chance at some late hunting. Muzzleloader isn't easy. You got to get close. It's almost like bow hunting. So, because it's traditional muzzle loaders, so it's not some of the newer fancier stuff that can shoot 200 yards pretty easy. So, but anyway, that's probably all I got for you in this one, guys. I hope you hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll do it again. And I hope the audio was okay. I'll have to check it out when we're done here and see if it was good. If not, I'll switch back to my old one, and I know that works for sure. So anyway, but thanks a bunch for watching, and we'll catch you next time.